The beer of the week is El Segundo Brewing Company's Mayberry IPA. Mosaic hops take center stage in this truly West Coast IPA, the perfect companion for enjoying a sunny day on Main Street with us in our charming little town, affectionately known as Mayberry by the Sea. On this episode, we review UFC Fight Night 119, Brunson versus Machida, as well as dissect the happenings of next week's UFC 217 super fight, Michael Bisping versus Georges St. Pierre. Stick around.
The following podcast is a W2M Network original production. Visit W2Mnet.com for all of our other great podcasts, plus news, reviews, articles, and opinions from the worlds of wrestling, video games, football, and entertainment.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 16 of MMA to the Max. I am your very drunk host, Robert Taylor, and I am joined, as always, by my just as drunk co-host, Joseph Hudson, a.k.a. Riverside Joe. What's up, Joe? How you doing tonight?
I'm going to say this, and it's going to come to a surprise as everyone. I'm going to say this as a big surprise to everybody. I'm doing phenomenal tonight. How are you doing, cousin? A little drunk?
Oh, man, I love IPA. It's so good. But before we get into that and keep going into the show...
What do we got?
We're joined again. Second week in a row?
Second week in a row.
Second week in a row. Jesus, I feel like we're just special for some reason.
I feel the same way.
All the way from the Lone Star state of Hawaii.
The Lone
I know it's a joke. I know that's Texas. I know it's a joke.
Texas
is
what?
Lone Star. Kauai is the big.
Oh my god! I was
state.
making a joke because Hawaii's like alone on itself as an
just
island.
compare Hawaii and Texas?
Maybe.
Well, when it comes to the political leanings, they're pretty gosh darn close.
Anyways, we are joined once again, just like last week, and just like our ill-gained Mayweather-McGregor podcast, the one and the only Arin Smith. What's up, Aaron?
How you doing? Hey, brah!
Aloha.
Yeah, aloha, bro.
Hello, brah.
Aloha, brah. You know,
Glad to be here. Glad to be here.
Aaron has now become our most guested guest.
You are.
He has now surpassed the great Shorty Torres.
Your guest. It's your third time.
Yeah,
you hit the trifecta.
It puts you in high honors.
I feel the air. It's nice up here.
Do you feel the air tonight?
I feel it, like the Lion King. You know, I can feel that air tonight.
No offense to Shorty, but to feel the air above him isn't much.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Love you, Shorty.
He's a little.
Little.
Yeah. Anybody. He's a little. Yeah. Everybody feels the air above Shorty. That's for damn sure. He's still a beast, and I was talking to him earlier during the prelims when Jared Brooks fought Figueroa.
Yeah, how did you see that fight going?
Well, I thought Jared Brooks definitely won that fight. At least the first two rounds, definitely.
Via dry hump?
Yeah, I mean, but unfortunately, Figueroa didn't do anything outside of getting dry hump for the first two rounds. He had to land a couple of shots, sure, for sure. I was texting Shorty during the whole thing, and I was like, "Hey, man, love him or hate him, but I think Brooks got robbed there." And he said, "I agree. I'm not a fan of the lay and pray style," which I agree with that too. I'm not a big fan. But
unless your name is John Finch, you're not a fan of the lay and pray style. I'm sorry.
But I mean, at the same time, the guy's got to be able to get up from underneath him to win the fight. It's not up to the guy on top to let him up.
But when they were dancing, who was leading the dance? When they weren't sleeping together, who was leading the dance?
Brooks
who was courting it?
I still had Brooks winning that fight. So. But it is karma because I had him losing that fight with Eric Shelton in his UFC debut.
That's true. He got one back. But look, as a true fan of Shorty, I can never be on the side of Jared Brooks because when Shorty
I'm not
gets
his side,
UFC,
but I'm not his side, but I got to be fair.
Fairness,
you got to be fair.
Fairness never matters. It's my opinion, and everything else is blah. No. Am I
Aaron,
wrong
you've known
in this?
Joe for a long time. How do
Is
you
this
feel about
the
his
Joe
opinion?
Show?
Well, I think
Riverside Joe Show.
We're gonna rename it. Joe has over-opinionated, over-ambitious, over-emotional opinions that mean nothing, and Robert corrects him show. Or it should be.
Well, you might as well. That was the name of the show the entire time for the most part. I mean, that's how the show's been going down.
But you should have the
Call
lead
it
name.
how it is.
You should have the lead name. It should be Robert corrects the over-opinionated, over-emotional, uneducated idiot Joe show. And it has a little rhyme at the end.
Yeah, I think it was shorter. It's called Grammar to the Max.
By the way, I want to go back on that.
Throwback.
Just so you guys know,
I like it. Throwback to last week.
It's not correct to say more better, but to say he's been making more, comma, better decisions is grammatically correct. I looked it up. Fuck yourselves. And
I don't even
didn't
sure if
comma.
I agree with that myself.
I commaed it, bro.
Did you? What did you use?
So you can just
Did
add a
use
comma
AOL
and
for that?
everything's okay?
I don't.
Well,
I
how
gotta
else
use
do you
Google
how else do you use the internet?
I'm assuming
Did
you
you
use
Bing
AOL.
that? You Bing that.
How else do
You
you use
had-
the internet? AOL,
I had
right?
to because it's obvious if you got that
Netscape?
answer. If you got that answer, it's obvious you used something completely out of date. So,
All right, you know what, dude?
I don't know.
I feel like I'm getting a little bit ganged up on you by the grammar
I mean,
police.
commas are powerful things.
Dude, they are. Semicolon? Yeah.
No,
I mean,
that's a whole
hey,
different
you know what?
ballgame.
The Oxford comma is the most powerful tool in the English language.
Boom!
Yeah.
Muh. I don't know that comma.
Who knew all these fans were going to get all this grammar lessons?
Right, after them actually all these likes by all these English majors.
Yeah.
God, they're talking grammar.
We're going to get all these listeners, and then all of a sudden we're going to start getting messages and people like, so when are you going to discuss some more grammar?
Yeah.
We've been listening. You just keep talking about mixed martial arts. We want to know about grammar.
Next week we talk about the period.
Wait, hold on. Like the monthly? Aunt Flo's visit?
Yeah,
Because
once a month we talk about the
Aunt
period.
Flo did fuck up one UFC fight. I'm telling you, she already did. That was episode number 1 where we discussed Aunt
I think
Flo's
next week we might have. I think we might have to change this. Just judging by the internet as a whole, we should just go with grammar to the max. And just next week. By the way, everybody, next week we're going to talk about the difference between your and your.
And what about your?
Yeah, or there and there. If you
Or
don't know the
there?
differences by now, turn it off. Don't listen to my show. I don't want you listening.
Look, I like to disagree with Robert, and for the most part, I think he's a pompous asshole. I really do.
I am.
But I'm going to agree with him on here. If you don't know the difference between your, or there, and there, then you can lick his sweaty, substandard balls. By his, I mean...
Whoa,
Robert's.
substandard.
Well, yeah.
I mean, okay, yeah. Okay.
I don't think you're going to get any agreements on that one.
You're not getting any disagreements? His fiance happened to walk away hours ago. She's like, okay, here's my moment to have peace.
She did.
Yeah, good girl.
Woo!
Anyways,
This is a good beer.
it's a phenomenal.
It's a very
beer,
good.
man.
It's not
Agreed.
bad, man. We earlier
we got a
we
couple
had taste tested the El Segundo. What was it? The Grand
Left
Mill.
my wallet
Grand
in.
Mill?
Yeah, Grand Mill.
IPA. It was a
It was too floral.
It had a lot of amaretto taste, a lot of amaretto flavor, a lot very bitter. But this
good.
Mayberry IPA is really good. The beer of the week this week was going to be the El Segundo Brewing Company's Broken Skull IPA by Stone
What
Cold
happened?
Steve Austin.
Did you go break some skulls?
I wish. Apparently the place that I buy the beers from, the specialty beers, Total Wine and More, I'm giving you a shit shout out here. We're all sold out. Haven't had any since September.
Dude, that's not necessarily a knock on them. That's a props on the fact that Broken Skull is fucking delicious. It's
But when
really
you haven't
good,
had a
man.
stock since September 12th,
Is that their fault or is that
Maybe they're
El
not
Segundo's?
distributed.
I'm just
pick it
saying,
up.
bro.
Order it.
Hey,
Order it.
As somebody who works in the marketing distributing
Order it.
parts of this world, is that necessarily the vendor's fault?
Maybe they left their
As
skull
somebody
in
that
El
works in the
Segundo.
grocery business,
Is that the vendor's
order it.
fault?
Order it.
Okay.
Order it.
Okay. That's if people are buying it, and I know
Yeah.
they are. It's freaking
It
delicious,
is. If it's
dude.
sold out, that means people are buying it.
That's
So order that shit.
delish.
Because I know for a damn fact I bought at least 3 of them last time.
Oh, yeah, those were
Last
so
time.
good last
It's
time.
the best IPA in the market.
And it would have been good because the last time was McGregor Mayweather, right?
Yeah.
And we had Smith on the phone.
That's right. And I would have loved Smith. I really wanted Smith
Have
to try
him
this
taste it,
Broken
yeah.
Skull IPA. It was delicious.
It would have
Yeah,
been good.
maybe next week for your colon and semicolons.
You're going to try to put colons and semicolons in the same show? What are you doing to the listeners here? You're going to blow their minds. It's not acceptable.
I thought you were going somewhere with the colon.
So did I.
the drinking joke.
I thought that colon blows.
Grammar to the max! Doing my mom proud.
Oh my god! All right, for all of you that are still listening,
Shout out to Suzanne Rice.
we are recording live as opposed to on Skype right now. I am joined on my left by Joe Hudson and on my right by Arin Smith. We are in his backyard drinking beer, recording the podcast. We just got done enjoying some amazing fights. It was
Phenomenal
a great night
card.
in Sao Paulo. It was a great night.
Phenomenal
Great
card. Oh my gosh.
Capped off by the return of the Dragon, Lyoto Machida.
Was it really the return?
Wasn't very successful. He was starched in less than 3 minutes by Derek Brunson.
I'm gonna ask a question I don't normally do in this podcast. Emotionally, that starching, did it affect you?
No,
Oh.
not
Aaron?
at all.
No?
Starching?
Did that starching of that Machida, did it affect you emotionally? Like,
Yeah,
did you,
it's sad. It's
yeah,
always sad
it
to
made
see
me
a legend
really,
go.
really
Yeah.
sad. Like, I haven't felt that sad over an MMA fight since Rich Franklin knocked the fuck out of.
See, I would
Liddell.
feel more sad about it if it didn't happen previously with Luke Rockhold and Yoel Romero.
Yeah, but I was so excited
Especially
to see him
with his
come
lack.
back. And it was different
In
against
the
Rockhold and
home,
Romero
yeah.
because he got taken down, he got mounted and dominated by two
Yeah,
guys
but
with
Romero,
great top pressure.
Romero didn't just take him down and dominate. He was winning entirely up until that point. So
But it just wasn't the same to see him as an elite striker get outstruck by a Brunson who is a good striker.
Well, see, here's the thing: his entire striking game, his entire karate game, revolves around him being the faster guy and the faster counter striker. When he's 39 years old
I know,
and he loses
man.
that speed, especially coming off a 1.5 year layoff, it just the body cannot compute. He
But
does
that's
not
what
have
makes
that
it
speed.
sad because he was such a dominant presence.
When he was able to be faster
he
than
was
everybody.
changing the sport. People thought that people were going to have to change the way the striking was being thought about.
You know, honestly,
You know?
Machida probably could still make a run at 205 because he would be the smaller, he'd be the faster guy. Even at this age, he might be the faster
If he was weighing
guy.
in at 200 and 185 pounds, if he was trying to stay small instead of cutting to 85 and staying like he was going to do instead of doing the water cut at the end, then he would have the speed. But if he tries to stay at 220 and cut to 205 on that last week and cut water, he'll be too slow. He's got to stay small.
Yeah, that's the
If he
thing, though.
stays
He was
small-
always staying small even before that, so I think if he just stays small, then yeah, he could do some damage at 205 with his speed advantage.
205
his
is
striking,
super
his
light,
entire
too.
game, his entire striking game, his entire game revolves around him being the quicker fighter. When you can't be the quicker fighter, things like tonight happen.
Shoot. And
Derek Brunson was way quicker than
205 is
Machida.
shallow. 205 is super
Yeah.
shallow right
It is.
now.
Very
He's
shallow.
39, you guys. Come on.
Yeah, I know that's maybe that's why it hurts me so much because I'm rounding up to 39 real fucking quick here too. And I start to think I have a little pop in my jab, you know.
Yeah,
a little
you
pep in
got
my
2 more
step.
years in you, and then you're going to have to retire.
Yeah, and then you're done.
I got a year and 3 weeks in me. Too.
Oh,
Unlike
yeah,
me,
I was
who's
giving
like-
you a little bit for the doubt
Unlike
there.
me, who's a nice, delicious 33 years old.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Delicious is a
I'm like a medium rare
subjective term.
steak.
Medium
He's
rare
like a
steak.
medium well.
It's a medium. It's like a
Barbecue to the max.
Oh god damn, we got too many to the maxes. All I gotta say is
I feel like we're making fun of our own show at this point.
no.
No.
Shorty's last post, bro. Shorty's last post. He was repping the volleyball team to the max. Like, he shouted
Yeah.
us out, dude. That was cool. Thank you, Shorty. Appreciate it. Number 1 fan on this show. That was great.
You know he's gonna ditch us once he gets to UFC, right?
No, I don't. Honestly, God, dude.
He said it on the show. I know he said it as a joke, but he's like, "Hey, man, next who? I don't know you guys."
Honestly, God, he's going to shoot us after he defends his next belt. We're going to want to call him up and talk to him about his
I
next
know.
fight.
I can't wait for
and
that.
we'll be
November
gone.
17th, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, get Fight Pass. Figure it out. Shorty Torres is the next big thing in the 125-pound division.
He definitely is.
He is the next big thing in 125. There's no doubt in my mind.
I mean, if we're going to talk about next big things. I don't think he's the next big thing, but he did just beat the number 3 guy.
he's not the next big thing.
He's,
Fuck
I
him.
just I see so many holes in this guy's game, and he took advantage of a gassed out Damian Maia.
gassed out, old,
Gassed out,
chinny.
old, 39 years old again. Damian Maia, specialist, who was able to outstrike him for the first round before gassing out. But Colby Covington did take a unanimous decision win over Damian Maia.
Last week we were talking about Till.
Yeah, about Till. Yeah,
Let's put Till on this motherfucker and shut him up.
Till was shut Colby.
Let's
Covington
do it.
up.
Let's do that. This fight was 1 week apart. He's got some damage, some cuts to deal with. So give him, 3 or 4 months. Let him get back in there. Let Till take.
Well,
on
we
Covington.
talked about that.
We talked about it. I
We
really
talked
want
about
to see it
the
happen
winner of
now.
this fight. We talked about this winner fight. Yeah, I
Till
love
is too disrespectful.
Colby Covington was calling out Tywin Woodley.
Yeah.
And I saw nothing in his game tonight. Aaron, I know you were picking and you're rooting for Covington here tonight, but did you see anything in this game that would suggest that he has a chance against the champ?
No, that's over. As soon as before it's even started, that thing's over.
We'll finally get to see Tyron be exciting again. So maybe I am game to see that fight. Because Tyron
he's pulling the bad guy card just so he can actually get a little attention, and
it's working.
That's about all he's got.
He's a heel.
I hate him. I don't even hate him like I do Conor, where I'm like, okay, Conor, shut the fuck up, just fight. I respect his skill. You're an elite fighter. I hate Covington because he's not an elite fighter, but he just talks like he is. That's the weird thing.
Yeah, you roll into Brazil called filthy animals. I mean, in this day and age, come on.
And you see how Brunson won in Brazil with respect to not only the country, but the countrymen, and that's how you do it.
See, I would respect Covington if he did that. I would respect him more about it if Chael Sonnen didn't do it years prior.
Chael Sonnen did it better.
Yeah, and way better.
He did it so much better. And then
better.
After the fight was done, after the build-up and the hype was done, he was like, hey, I love you guys, your culture is great.
But he wasn't done, though, because he went on to fucking talk shit about Vanderlei Silva in Brazil after that. That's the great part.
Yeah, because that man knows how to sell a fight.
But the difference is, he went into Brazil for an Ultimate Fighter season.
I know.
Talking shit about Brazil. They wanted to kill him.
That's so awesome.
Dude, I'm sorry. Chael Sonnen, regardless of his record, his win-loss record, is the man. That guy's the man.
Again, as old school MMA hardcore, we followed him back in the WEC days. He was always the fucking man. He always deserved to be at the shining spot or the star or spotlight, whatever. He's a great elite fighter.
Just kidding. I'll never mean that.
We don't drink Miller here.
Never mean that.
If Robert starts drinking Miller, that's the end of MMA Max.
The podcast is over.
It's done. It's the end of our friendship. I will find a way to figure out that we're not related.
We'll see each other on Easter and Christmas, and that's it.
And I promise
you
that won't happen either.
It'll be awkward.
It won't happen. Somehow the invitations will be slid under his dad's door, his brother's door, and he just won't get one. I just won't allow it. Miller time.
But yeah, no, Chael, like you're saying, Chael Sonnen, man, he went into Brazil. He talked shit about Brazil. He kept his act up the entire time. The thing with Chael Sonnen, though, is he did not. It wasn't so much an act. That was just the way Chael Sonnen was.
No, it's not an act. Not an act.
I mean,
at all.
sure.
That's who he is. He's a salesman.
He's a salesman. He was selling the whole thing.
And a great fighter.
And you knew that he didn't really feel that way about Brazil, like it's shit or whatever.
No.
But you knew at the same time when you listened to him talk, nobody was like, oh, he hates Brazil. They're like, damn, this guy's entertaining. He's fun. He's funny. Colby Covington is just an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. There's a different kind. There's a difference between a heel and a fucking dick. Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's to put it in wrestling terms, yeah.
Well, I mean, we've talked about this before.
Yeah, even Chael Sonnen, the heel. The heel. He's trying to.
The MMA model is based on.
He's trying too hard to be the heel, and it doesn't work because he's not that good.
He's getting heat. Guess what kind of heat he's getting?
Yeah, he's getting the X-Pac heat.
He's getting X-Pac heat.
Oh, right? This works out well because we are wrestling to the max.
Dude, I'm not going to deny the link in connection between promoting wrestling entertainment and MMA. We've discussed it on a number of occasions. It's the truth. And there's a difference between getting heat and X-Pac heat. There's a difference between a heel and being a fucking douchebag.
There's a difference between people wanting to see you lose and people just wanting you to go away. That's the thing.
That's what it is.
People either love Conor McGregor or want to see Conor McGregor lose. People love Luke Rockhold or want to see Luke Rockhold lose. They love Michael Bisping and want to see Michael Bisping lose. They don't fucking care about Colby Covington.
This is what I was going to say. We should take a poll and see who actually gives a shit if Covington can win.
Congratulations. Colby Covington, you beat Damian Maia by decision. He gassed out after piecing you up in the first round. Congratulations, man. Hey, you know what? Cardio is part of the game.
Did something
you
a lot of people couldn't do.
Exactly. You avoided his takedowns. You did what Condon. Although I would pick Condon in a fight against Covington. I guarantee I would.
Oh, yeah. His stand-up game is so
It's just
much
styles
more
make fights. Covington, congratulations. You won this fight. Your style beat his style. He was gassed out. He looks honestly on the verge of retirement at this point because he lost that title shot. That was his he had a feeling his last one. But you know what? Nobody gives a fuck, dude. Nobody wants to see Colby Covington fight. He's calling for the title shot against Tyron Woodley. This might be, honestly, if they put Tyron Woodley versus Colby Covington, this might be the time where the crowd cheers for Tyron Woodley.
Again, a heel or a dickhead. And we were talking about what was the thing with the takedowns that Maia has. Maia has one entry. He has a single
leg drag.
So all you've got to do for 3 weeks is defend a single leg, and Covington is an NCAA legitimate, recorded, just a good NCAA wrestler. Defend a single leg, I'll do that in my sleep. I do that for 3 months. Just train, defend the double or the single leg. Sorry, the single leg. That's all he had to do. Maia doesn't have any other entries than an outside single leg.
Yeah,
that's it.
I agree.
And just like we talked about before, the reason that I think that someone like TJ is going to have a much better chance at beating Garbrandt is because he has more than one entry, where Cruz has the one entry. He has the knee tap. That's all he's got. So you defend the knee tap, you don't get taken down, you can stick to your boxing, which is what Garbrandt did phenomenally. But TJ, that's not going to work. TJ has double legs, single legs. He's got the ankle tap, he's got the ankle pick, the knee tap. He's got every entry under the sun.
Oh, I completely agree.
That's next week's talk about.
Yeah, no, we're going to talk about that fight tonight.
Digressing, yeah.
We're going to preview it tonight.
I'm digressing on that.
Apparently, you're just a little too far ahead of us tonight. So,
well,
I mean, but
almost.
Here's the thing,
I didn't win the event tonight, though. I didn't win the Pick'em League tonight.
Oh God! Here we go.
Who won the Pick'em League tonight,
Ladies
Robert?
and gentlemen, the winner of tonight's Pick'em event for the UFC Fantasy MMA the Max League.
Why do you sound so contradictory about it, bro?
Because you just had to make it a big point right now.
I did.
Is Riverside Joe's beautiful wife, my cousin by marriage, Riverside Zane.
The mother of sons.
The mother of sons, yeah. Mother of sons, father of wives, or whatever, or wife of wives. Wife of wives. Wives of assholes.
Yeah, that's true, man.
But not dicks. That's clear.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because sometimes dicks fuck assholes.
And that's why
that's a Team America reference. Yeah, that's a Team America reference.
Assholes.
Thank you for getting that reference, Joe. Oh, Team America's so good.
Oh. I love Trey and Matt, man.
Hey, I bashed my a little
By the
bit,
way, on a keeping up with South Park real quick on a Trey and Matt kick. I just want to say, I've been playing a lot of South Park Fractured Butthole on
Fractured Butthole?
Yeah, the Fractured Butthole video game on the PS4, and it's fantastic. If anybody hasn't played it yet, pick it up. It's available for It's available for the PS4, the Xbox One, and all PC platforms, aside from Apple because they suck.
Well, it's not a PC, so why would it be on PC platforms?
Exactly.
Apple's not a PC platform. But
yeah, it pretends
have any of our
great game, by the way. Everybody pick it up.
Have any of our sister shows done any reviews on it yet? W2M.
They're working on it right now. It just came out. You can find a review on that game on W2Mnet.com. Video Games to the Max has a podcast. They will also do video game reviews in written format in columns. So check it out, everybody.
The only place I go for my reviews, to be completely honest, before we even started this podcast, that's where I went, man. It's a spot.
Are we done with that dick sucking, or?
No. You're the dick writer. I'm the fanboy.
Did we?
Not dicks, assholes.
Yeah. Oh, did we kiss enough asses for the W2M network for Sean?
Yeah,
buddy Sean, our boss Sean.
I don't know. Let's call Sean.
Yeah, Sean. I want to get Sean in this episode on the show pretty soon.
Can I get a retweet, bro?
Yeah. Our good friend Sean Garbrandt, man, great guy. But owner of W2Mnet.com. Let's get him on the show eventually. He doesn't really watch MMA enough, but we'll get him on.
Yeah, he's a guy.
He's a guy with opinions.
Yeah,
I'll tell him to watch an event and give us a casual fan review.
That's a really good idea because Arin isn't truly a casual. He's not a hardcore.
Yeah, you guys fill in all the details.
He's a little in between.
Yeah.
Like his sexuality.
2017, man.
You PC, bro?
Apple.
Yeah.
You like that one? I got it.
Oh my goodness.
That's how it feels.
I have some WD-40 in my chair. It's just freaking everywhere.
Yeah, that's fine.
Once again, if there's any odd ambience down here, I just want to let everyone know we are recording here in lovely Southern California, Riverside Joe's backyard.
Riverside Joe's backyard.
And
I'm gonna come out right now.
He's coming out.
I'm gonna admit it. I live in Corona.
Oh, Corona Joe.
Yeah, we all knew that.
I know, but I'm Riverside Joe and I live in Corona. It seems a little blasphemous.
Yeah, you just moved a year ago. It happens.
Like literally Riverside. Look, everybody.
No, it works because it's Riverside County.
All of us river rats, yo. Like I literally just moved across the street. And
it's Riverside County, though. It's the same.
Okay.
The only people that care
because my dream is to get Riverside's own Lorenz Larkin on the show. That's my dream. Is to get Riverside's own Lorenz Larkin on our show.
Yeah, we might have to just go fucking meet him at his gym or something.
Yeah, it's literally He's got an extension right over here off Riverwalk. Right down
he's right down the street.
Like,
let's just go stand outside and wait for him.
Or up to 15 right there in Rancho. Like, he's got a Millennium there and there's a Millennium there. Like, I'm literally right in between two of his gyms.
You know, Riverside Larkin, Riverside Joe. It's a...
I was bummed about that fight. I so believed he could beat him. He can beat him. He can beat Daly. He got caught.
If he doesn't get caught.
But that's always his thing. He gets caught. He got, like, against Philippou, he got caught.
That's everybody. When it comes to Daly, if he got caught, Daly's got power, man.
Oh, he's got
They
wicked
don't call
power.
him Sentex of nothing.
He loses primarily to wrestlers, and that's how he got his ass worked by my buddy from BC, my buddy Rory McDonald.
That's your buddy?
Dude, me and Rory, we go way back,
You go way back.
Yeah, but last time I was in BC eating some fucking poutine.
Poutine?
Yeah, up there in Tofino.
Yeah.
Me and Rory Mac were just macking down,
Rory
man.
macking on some poutine.
Poutine up in Tofino, bro. We got on the longboards. We went out.
Yeah,
we were fucking shooting old mans over there, you know?
Yep.
You were there. You got married up there.
Yeah, I remember that, eh?
Yeah.
Did you say A?
Hey!
You got married in Canada?
What's funny is I go to Canada for this motherfucker, but I'm not going to Hawaii to visit him. That's really far
Who goes
away.
there? Who goes to Hawaii?
No, I'd rather go to ice-ass cold
Max
Tofino.
Holloway.
Does Max Holloway even go to
Max
Hawaii?
Holloway goes to Hawaii. BJ Penn.
That's right.
Yeah.
BJ Penn. Yeah, who goes to
Well,
Hawaii?
BJ's
Who goes to Hawaii?
BJ's in
Good
Hilo,
enough.
Hilo, and you're in Maui. Where are you again? What island?
Shame. What a shame.
You're best man at his wedding. He doesn't even know where you're from.
I
I was the
know.
best man at his wedding. I gave
Oh
the
my
best,
God, that's
best
even
man
worse.
speech
Kauai
ever.
Aaron. You can't even remember that. Riverside Joe. Kauai Aaron.
No.
Just
You're
kidding.
a cocksucker.
Hawaii?
Washington.
Wait, you're
Hawaii.
from Kauai, Hawaii?
No.
You got it.
He's not from there. You're from Idaho originally,
I'm not really
right?
from there. I've only just been there like 6 months.
Oh, you're from
And I've been
Idaho
originally-
originally?
Originally, like, born in
you're like,
Idaho?
You're like Potato Aaron?
Iowa.
Smith.
Iowa.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Iowa. My
Joel,
bad.
California.
Oh, my God,
They only
Jesus.
think California is the only place.
Yeah.
We gotta stop digressing here. Jesus, this is bad.
Now, let's get back to Maya and how
Miller Trinaldo,
bad I
is that the
bashed
next
him
fight?
because he's
No, let's...
classic.
Okay, so, basically,
boring.
congratulations,
Munoz
Colby
Quants.
Covington. You
Yeah.
defeated Damian Maia.
And I
No,
hope you
congratulations, Maya, for not just fighting a takedown fight and actually trying to box. Let's give him
Well,
some
he was
more
out
credit.
boxing him until he gassed
Yeah.
out.
So he
That
got
was-
down
that
in
was
the
cool.
second round.
But cardio's part of the game. Shit happens.
Yes, it is.
Covington takes the decision. I still think Darren Till pieces him up if they ever fight. I think Darren
we
Till
called
pieces
it.
up a lot of people.
I think Darren Till pieces
He's
up
a future
most.
champ, easily.
I think he got the best
He's
boxing
got a better
in the
chance against
170.
Woodley, at least.
Yeah,
Oh, he
does.
has a way better chance against Woodley.
Well,
Woodley-
I see. You know what? I'm on the bandwagon for Till, but at the same time,
he's got a better chance than Covington.
I can't. He's got a better chance than
That's all
Covington.
we're
That's
saying.
for
That's
all
that's
I'm
for
He's
sure.
not beating Woodley.
Because
He's not beating Woodley.
because Stephen Wonderboy Thompson had the best chance to beat Woodley, and Woodley shut him down.
There's only one guy that can
He
beat
did.
Woodley at 70 right now, and it's a teammate.
It's Woodley.
It's Masvidal.
I'm going to disagree.
You don't think Masvidal can beat him?
Oh, I think he could, but I don't think he's the only one.
Who else? At 170,
He's
a
the
beatable.
next welterweight champion or welterweight contender after
GSP.
he wins his number one contender fight.
You think Dos Anjos?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. I am on record right now as Rafael Dos Anjos beats Robbie Lawler.
How?
He submits Robbie Lawler
Submits him.
by an arm triangle choke, just like he did to Neil Magny. He will get him down and get that arm triangle choke. And if he doesn't get it, Robbie Lawler, it's because Robbie Lawler spins, turns, twists, and then he gets the rear naked. Either way, I'm picking Rafael Dos Anjos by submission
Submission, second round.
over Robbie Lawler in the first.
I'm picking Robbie
In the
Lawler
first.
via decision.
In the first.
You think the first?
Dos
I don't
Anjos
think he's
submits him in the first.
I don't think he's taking
And
him
I
down.
think Dos Anjos has a style that can beat Tyron Woodley.
We agreed on that. I think that he could. I would rather see RDA versus Woodley than just about anybody else at 170.
I'd rather see it than Robbie Lawler versus Woodley too, because I think I think the result stays the same.
We agree on that.
I think the result stays the same.
It's a stalemate. It's
I think Woodley beats him again, knocks him out.
It's a boxing match with Woodley's speed and power dominating the fight.
Yeah, I do.
Maybe not in the first couple minutes, but it's in like the
I think he
first,
starches him again.
first 3 rounds
Yeah.
for sure. I can see that. I think RDA is a better fight to watch as a fight fan. But I'm telling you this right now. I don't see him taking Lawler down in any traditional takedown. He's not taking him down. Is he going to get a double leg on him? A single leg on Lawler? No. How is he going to take him down?
Trip.
He's going to get him a high underguard trip, leg trip.
He's going to get
He's going to get inside on the boxing skills of Robbie Lawler.
Clinch and a trip.
He's going to get inside the boxing skills of Robbie Lawler.
Bank on it. Watch me. Bank on it. Clinch into a trip.
Like, you sometimes know what you're talking about, but I just disagree with you wholeheartedly. Do not see it
So
happening.
next week? Well, it's not next week, but what is it? It's in December, right?
Yeah.
In December, after the episode, when
I'll
Rafael
stand
Dos Anjos
if you're right, I will
gets the clinch
stand.
and trips him into a choke, into a tap out.
I will stand corrected. I will literally
I will expect
stand
on the show an
corrected.
entire minute of you praising how much I know my shit.
No,
we're making that bet right now.
No, you know
I want
shit.
a minute. I want a minute.
If
I want a
you're-
minute. I want a minute of praise.
If you're right, I will literally do this show. I will stand and post me standing corrected.
I want a minute. I want a minute of you just telling me how smart I am.
You're going to give me a minute to myself on this show.
To tell me
You're gonna
how
keep your
smart I
mouth
am.
shut.
Yes.
So how smart you are.
For this bet,
Okay.
yeah. I want a minute.
Hold on. Bets don't go one way. So when I'm right and he doesn't take him down, when I'm right and he doesn't, I'm not talking win or lose. When he doesn't take him down, when I'm right, you're going to give me a minute.
I will. I'll give you a minute of telling you you're right, but I want a minute back.
Minute
Dos
for minute.
Anjos takes him down and chokes him out.
It's all about the takedown. Not the win, but the takedown.
Okay.
It's all about the takedown, right?
I want the minute. Yeah.
You get a minute, I get a minute. That's
Okay,
what we're betting
cool.
right here.
All right,
Full
cool.
60 motherfucking seconds.
Full 60 seconds.
All right.
I'm a
Can't
witness.
wait. Yep. Arin Smith is a witness.
All right.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm not
This is going to be
giving you
great.
that,
This is going to be great. I can't wait.
I can't wait till the natural
all
born
I'm
killer
saying
takes all of that.
As last
just throws it out the
time
window.
you had mics off by yourself, man, you were fumbling and stumbling. Can you last a full minute talking
Oh,
about how good
damn. He's going hard there. He's cutting
He's
deep.
just mad because he's only got 15 episodes and you got 16.
I'm the third
I was going to say,
most
maybe I
guessing.
wouldn't have to go. Maybe I wouldn't have to go by myself if I wasn't abandoned.
Now we're getting into some childhood stuff. Come on, we're getting too deep here.
Oh, no, we're going childhood.
I got
Left
some,
to hang on my own for this, right?
I got some stuff on my lap that I got some dust that's got to get off somewhere.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't like being dusty.
Oh my god! All right, so hey, but aside from that fight, hey.
So in conclusion, Condit.
Yeah.
Pedro Munoz
Pedro
versus
Munoz.
Rob
Yeah,
Font.
Pedro Munoz choked out Rob Font. Rob Font was
We were-
looking good on the feet. He got cracked though.
We were really high on Rob.
I was really
Both of
high.
us were
I'm really high on
on
Pedro
Font.
Munoz too, and I thought Pedro Munoz could win this fight. I had him picked earlier in the week, and I changed my pick.
I didn't see
because I
Font
thought
getting
that the only way
clipped.
he could win was by taking it to the ground, which in a sense was right.
Mm-hmm.
But he cracked Rob Font before that.
I was saying it when they were fighting. Rob Font looked good. He was working on the outside. He was piecing up, and he started getting overconfident, overcommitting on his combinations, coming back, throwing the punches, coming back with them, leaving his hands low. Pedro clipped him, hurt him, came back in. Pedro sensed blood, came back in. Font went for a sloppy takedown because he was hurt. That's what you do when you're hurt. You want to get close, and you can try to control him. And Pedro Munoz is the better grappler. He is.
By far.
He is the better, one of the best grapplers at 35.
At the bantamweight, yeah, exactly.
One of the best grapplers at 35, and he took him down, and he did what he should have done. I picked Font, and it wasn't nothing against Munoz. Like, I like both fighters in this situation. I just was really high on Font. I thought he was going to be a future contender, and Munoz proved me wrong.
No, Munoz looked great, and he definitely at this point deserves a top 10 opponent in my mind.
Yeah. Who do you think?
The bantamweight division, man, there's so many people with the fucking... It's so hard. A lot of them
Caraway?
are booked. No, who cares about Brian Caraway at this point, man? Seriously,
You apparently do, because you love his ex-girlfriend.
Well, who doesn't? Everybody loves Misha Tate. Come on, man. But the problem is...
Ronda Rousey doesn't love Misha.
Yeah, well, yeah. Ronda Rousey, Edmund, fucking Travis Brown, probably.
Yeah,
but the
Edmund,
problem with the
very
bantamweight division, a lot of the top people are booked already. Pedro Munoz was number 12, and Rob Font was number 13 when they fought.
Yeah.
You got Marlon Moraes, who's already fighting John Dotson in their next fight. Eddie Wineland, I'm not sure if he's fighting, but at this point, yeah, Munoz versus Thomas Almeida would be great.
Yeah, Almeida would be the right shot. Dodson, I wouldn't give him Dodson yet,
well,
but Almeida.
Dotson's about to lose to Marlon Moraes. So
Well, is he?
yes. Because Marlon Moraes should have already been ranked in the top 5. He won that fight against Rafael Santiago.
Yes.
Marlon Moraes is one of the best bantamweights in the entire world. So
he just hasn't been
rank
living up.
Damned.
He hasn't been living up to his expectation. He's been a little lackluster.
He had that one fight in the UFC in his UFC debut after coming over to the World Series of Fighting. He got robbed, in my opinion.
I agree.
Against Rafael Sanchao.
I agree. He got robbed.
They ranked him way too low. Number 10. Give me a fucking break.
I agree, but his performances have been a bit lackluster from coming over. Not just that performance.
Well, it was only that one performance.
Are we sure?
Yeah, he's only fought that one time in the UFC.
I feel like he's fought more than once. I feel like he's fought twice.
No, he's only fought that one time in the UFC against Rafael Sanchao.
And that was a lackluster performance against him.
It was very lackluster, and I give it the octagon jitters, but he won that fight.
He did win that fight. Okay, we'll see.
But he's fighting John Dodson next, and he's going to destroy John Dodson. I like John Dodson.
How is he going to beat Dodson?
He's going to TKO John Dodson.
You think so?
Yeah, he's going to be. John Dodson doesn't know what's about to hit him. So that's my prediction.
All right.
But if I was Munoz, Pedro Munoz, Eddie Wineland.
That's exactly what I'm
That's a
thinking.
greght fight. Or Thomas Almeida. Top 10. You want to go top 10?
I like to see Almeida. Because
I'd like to see Almeida be fun.
Almeida's a more dynamic striker.
He's also another Brazilian.
Yeah.
With a background. So it'd be a lot of fun to see.
I just like his striking style against a Wineland style. I just like that more kickboxing, that more in and out, that more.
I don't want to see him against. Yeah.
I like to see that.
But at least Almeida would test where he's at.
And Almeida's got decent ground game, decent jiu-jitsu defense. And we can yawn our way through everything else, like Arin Smith over here. Are we boring you to sleep, bro?
Nah, you guys, you got it. I just don't really need to add anything. You're so good at what you do.
I like having our casual friend on this show. You can let us know about it.
He's like,
so Aaron, Aaron Smith. What did you think about Francisco Trinaldo and Jim Miller? How did you enjoy that fight?
Miller. That's pretty classic Miller, huh?
No.
Was it not?
It was classic Miller to the point to where you
fights a little bit, and then
that's just the way he always loses.
I got
hanging tough.
Yeah, always hangs tough. Mad respect. But
so we're gonna just give shout outs to the Backstreet Boys as often as we can.
Hanging tough.
Oh, New Kids on the Block.
I was gonna say, God damn it, you better get that shit right, homie.
I'm old enough to know.
What are you, a millennial?
No, but this guy is. That's the sad thing.
Fuck you.
He's cusp. He's cusp.
He is cusp.
You're good. I have an older soul.
Yeah.
How you gonna accuse me of being a millennial when I instantly recognize that New Kids on the Block and you said fucking Backstreet Boys?
You know what, dude? I've been drinking all day again.
It's true.
After we did our little trick or treat with the kids, I've been drinking a lot. And the kids, thank God, wife, love you. Put them to bed so we can do this drunken podcast once again.
So
what I do?
Are you trying to make an excuse for this or what?
I just killed everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. You want to keep crying about it or?
No.
You want to?
Wait, do I hear?
The right stuff.
I was gonna say Riverside Joe, but yeah, whatever. That's cool.
The sad thing, the 10 of our listeners.
Oh my God, we're about to lose people.
Are now changing the show to another podcast.
Let's talk about an exciting fight instead of just all the fights.
Okay, let's talk about a great exciting fight.
Hey,
the first round of the 1 round fight of Thiago Santos and Jack Hermanson was
really good fight.
Fucking fantastic.
Really good fight.
Came down 4:59 in the first round. The ref jumped in at the last second.
I thought it was the end of the fight, but what he did basically he just jumped in and instead of stopping the fight, he waved it off. It was done. Hermanson was stopped legitimately the last second of that round.
It's a bummer for him, huh? One more second.
He was turtled up, though. I mean,
he's
one more second. He probably would have been out on a stool. I don't know. Uppercut caught him in the chin. It looked like a throat to me.
Yeah, I think it hit him.
It might have hurt him in the throat, but
it might have been a throat. You ever been chopped in the throat, like getting that?
Yeah, ex-girlfriend.
The same one that jumped you from behind and put you in your neck.
Oh no! This other one. I made a joke.
You got a history.
I was driving.
That's why he's engaged to Vanessa. Yeah. She's not the only. She's the only.
I was driving with. I had my best friend in the car. He was in the back seat, and I was driving. And we went to go pick her up.
You're driving?
Yeah, we went to go pick her up from her best friend's house, and I don't know what happened, but I made a joke. She made a comment about other women, blah blah blah. I was like, yeah, there were a lot of them. And then I got karate chopped in the throat. So.
By a lot of them, you mean what?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say she was like, "Oh, what are you guys doing? Hanging out with women?" Or what? I was like, "Yeah, a lot of them."
And she karate chopped you in the throat.
Well, maybe you shouldn't. say such stupid things.
I mean,
And the sad thing is you didn't learn from that experience, and you still make those type of dumb jokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
that's, yeah. I don't care.
next fight.
Aaron, you ready to go to bed?
No, it's
You're
just
not having fun?
I'm having a blast.
Lineker Vera. That is a good point, though. John Lineker versus Marlon Vera.
That was your decision. What the fuck?
Yeah, I thought. That
I mean,
Lineker
good
would
for
stop him.
Marlon Vera, man. I like Chito Vera, but I was not expecting this to go all the way to the third round. To judge a decision. Actually, I was surprised.
I thought Lineker was.
Lineker's boxing was looking good. His body shots, his hooks, oh my god, he was catching them.
Okay, I saw what you did right there when you're talking about Lineker's boxing looking good. Okay, I had said during the fight that Lineker is the best boxer at 35.
And I immediately told you
To fuck myself.
asked you if Cody Garbrandt left the division. Because
And-
he has the best boxing at 135.
And I said, I do apologize, kind sir. Cody Garbrandt's boxing is a touch better.
It's a lot better.
A lot fucking better.
His technical
But-
boxing is a lot better.
But you're 100%. 100%. Cody Garbrandt definitely, hands down, as much as I dislike
Because if Lineker
whatever,
and Garbrandt
but
fought right now, I would pick Garbrandt in a heartbeat.
I would literally put my fucking mortgage on. I would put my 13-year-old's life up on that fight that Lineker loses. I would do it.
I would put your 13-year-old's life up on a fucking California roll.
That's
being
fucked
made
up, dude.
correctly.
He's really nice. You guys get along. You guys talk about video games and what have you. That's kind of hurtful.
I like sushi.
Sushi's good. But a California roll? Like, at least a sashimi?
I mean, maybe a dragon roll.
No, not a roll? What kind of sushi
Okay,
motherfucker
maybe
are you?
yellowtail sashimi.
Yeah,
then.
like a whole
Yeah,
platter of it.
sashimi.
Yeah,
Some
a
sashimi.
roll.
Yeah.
A roll? If you get look, I'll put them up for like
It's a 13-year-old kid we're talking about.
Yeah, it's got to be some
Not for a
sashimi.
roll.
That's a good
No,
point.
not even-
Maybe
not
some
nigiri.
yellowtail. Maybe some yellowtail, but some snapper. Maybe.
Yeah, like a plate.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I can do that.
That's what he's worth.
Like a
Love
nude
you, we're
sushi
just
spread.
Yeah,
some
maybe an
rolls?
entire thing. Maybe some sushi like spread on like Kim Cattrall's body, like in that movie. What was it?
Kim
Sex and the
Cattrall?
City? Sex and the City movie?
Really?
She did it, right? I was referencing a movie.
We're talking about
Was that Steven
athletes being
Seagal where
aged
that
out.
girl bunched out of the cake? Was that one?
Under Siege.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about?
That was Erica Leniak
That's
from
right.
Baywatch.
There you go.
Yeah,
Look at
the
this motherfucker, dude.
Movies to the max, bitch.
Old movies that nobody's
Comma,
ever seen to the max.
Bitch. Yeah, I know my stuff. I know
Comma,
my movies.
exclamation point, semicolon.
Siege.
No. You want to talk? I will trade your 13-year-old for a night with Emmy Rossum
I wouldn't.
from Shameless. I would.
Never in a heartbeat.
I would trade you.
You would trade me for a 6-pack and a fucking pack of cigarettes, bro. So scratch it. You would trade me for a cigarette.
I don't smoke it. I haven't smoked in over a year.
Has it been that long?
Yeah,
Holy shit, quitting to the max.
but at the same time, you're probably right.
Yeah. Even though you don't smoke.
Even though I smoke,
Wait, somebody has a cigarette?
I could sell it for $10 to some bum on the street.
That's right.
You're like, hey, where'd you get that pack of cigarettes? I traded my co-host. What do you want for it? $1.
You know what? At
That's
this,
all he was worth.
at this
my
point, I'd
love.
take a quarter. That guy, he killed the show every time.
Speaking of killing the show, Jesus Christ, we are killing this show.
Killing it.
This is not going to be an hour-long podcast. I'm giving y'all a heads up right now. I think we've already surpassed that.
Not even close, homie.
16 minutes?
What?
43.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking over there. 43 minutes? Oh, okay. Good.
What are you, like Derek Zoolander? You can't turn left?
He's not an ambitana.
I've got blue steel all day long.
He's got blue steel all day long, though. Can we get off this
You think that's
fight
a
card
knife? I'm
already
a
and get to
knife.
the? Can we get to the real
Well,
fight?
we could talk about
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Nico,
We're gonna move
Nico
on.
versus Luque.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Who
Vicente
picked
Luque
Luque? Who picked Luque?
Nico Price.
Who picked Luque?
He beat Nico Price by
Via
Darce
what?
choke. He dropped him. He caught him and got that Darce choke and submitted Nico Price for his first loss in his UFC career. Or, I'm sorry, first loss in MMA career completely. That was surprising to me. Even though Luque is a beast, he's looked great since the Ultimate Fighter.
He did.
I was very high on Nico Price. Shoeface, Antonio Carlos Jr.
Yes.
Did
Our
what
boy
I said he
Shoeface.
would do to a lot of people. I told everybody online that he was going to be Jack Marshman's first submission loss in his entire career. first round.
I don't know if we
called
got
it.
into this last week, but I think we're both really high on Shoeface. Like, we both are a big fan of guys whose feet look like faces. And speaking of Sex in the City...
Do you mean faces that look like feet?
Or shoes that look like faces?
Sex in the City.
Yeah,
Doesn't Sarah Jessica Parker look like she's got a foot with eyes on it, like above her neck?
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah, dude. Jeez.
She's a courageous hero. She's a courageous person. And oh wait, no, I'm sorry.
That's a reference.
That's Caitlyn Jenner. My bad. You PC, bro?
I'm Apple.
Apple.
Yeah. No. Sarah Jessica Parker looks like
That
a
was
horse.
a reference to Family Guy. You guys didn't pick up on it.
Sarah Jessica Parker looks like a horse. So
She's a phenomenal actress, and her husband has made decent movies in his youth.
That show ruined generations
Matthew Broderick
of women.
made fucking Godzilla.
He
That
also
fucking
made
shit fucking-
He also
Yeah.
made Ferris
Yeah,
Bueller.
but Ferris Bueller's great, but I can't forgive him for
16
Godzilla.
candles, you son of a bitch.
I can't forgive him for Godzilla.
Bueller.
Hold on.
He made Godzilla.
But you forgive
Bueller.
Bryan Cranston?
For the new Godzilla?
That was awful.
It was way better than any Godzilla we've seen in a long time.
Was it? Was it
I'm
because
sorry,
your-
did we have a...
Was it because your
I'm
bar
sorry,
was that low?
There's a big difference between Godzilla and a fucking iguana.
And iguana fucking?
Have you
Yeah,
can
I
see
mean,
the
there is
look
a big
on my
difference.
face.
And an
dude.
iguana
Yeah.
fucking and having iguana babies that
Yeah,
look like
yeah.
raptors somehow.
But let's just-
running through the
I mean,
subways
Pacific
of
Rim
LA.
blows all those out of the water.
And the cut off Pacific Rim
Pacific
2.
Rim's good. Can't wait for the new
The
one.
next one's going to be good.
But, hey, next week, Thor.
Ragnarok?
Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's going to be date night.
Otherwise known as...
Nothing like
otherwise known
taking
as
your lady
the
to date
Avengers
night Thor.
Otherwise known as the
That's how you
Avengers
know you got a good
minus
one.
the highest grossing ones.
No, dude, but honestly, I'm such a big fan of the Hulk. We talked about this a long time
Mark
ago.
Ruffalo's good.
When they cast Ruffalo to be the Hulk, we were both like, it was almost like we text each other simultaneously, like, dude, Ruffalo. Like, we were fucking so
Yeah.
stoked. That's
I
one
was
of the best
excited.
casting calls out of anybody.
Come on, Norton killed it.
No, he didn't.
Norton killed it as
He's okay.
Bruce Banner. He was okay.
He was
But
okay.
the problem with
But a
Edward...
CGI
He was,
Hulk, he was doing a good
following. He
job.
was following.
Well, he was
Eric
motion
Banner.
captured. Motion captured. That's the thing. It was motion captured. I don't know. See, Edward Norton, here's the thing. Edward Norton is just too much Edward Norton for his own good. Does that make sense?
Edward Norton knows that.
When I was
Yeah.
watching the Hulk, I was
Edward
like...
Norton
When I was
knows
watching
that.
the Hulk, I was like, oh,
That's
shit.
the guy from Fight Club,
Yeah, no, well, I was just waiting for him to, like, curb stomp somebody.
right?
Oh.
And maybe raise those eyes. God damn, that
that's
scene
such a
freaked
good
me out,
movie,
man.
dude. I did-
When I
That hurts
first
my
saw that
teeth,
movie,
bro.
that shit
It hurt
freaked
my
me
teeth.
out. When he curb stomped the guy, not even the fact that he
That
curb
movie
stomped
hate-
him,
that movie hate-
but
made me hate
when he's
being
being
white.
arrested by the cops and
Good.
when he raised his eyebrows, I was like,
up.
what the fuck? That was the weirdest thing ever. Like how he did it. Like,
But
oh
see,
my
the thing
God.
is, I think the reason that we give Edward Norton such a pass
is
on
because
his
of
Hulk-
movies like
because he-
American History X
No,
and Fight Club.
because his Hulk followed Eric Bana's Hulk.
No, I give him a pass because of his past.
Eric Bana's Hulk.
So-
sucked. Eric Bana's that's the worst Hulk ever. I'd rather have Lou Ferrigno than Eric Bana's Hulk. That was awful,
Lou Ferrigno's Hulk sucked.
and that's
Ass.
why I'm saying Eric
Bana's Hulk
sucked
was better.
worse.
It was better.
was
Think about
better.
when it came
No, it
out and
wasn't.
what was out.
It was
there was
better.
nothing else.
Not. That was the
That
worst
set
Hulk ever.
The
It set the
writing, the
ground.
writing and the directing sucked, but Eric Bana's Hulk
Bana-
as a whole was better.
Bana was a waste of.
I'm sorry, but the
Potential
old
of that
fucking
movie.
sci-fi, the old fucking Ferrigno Hulk was horseshit.
What's horseshit? This is a conversation. Let's get back
This
to
is
that.
horrible.
Agreed.
What are we, movies to the max now? Huh? How
movies
many
to
different
the
shows have we
max.
moved
I
on?
don't know, but
Movies to
there's
the
a lot
max.
of potential here. A lot of potential.
So yeah, Shoeface submits Jack Marshman in the first round.
Is that
less-
pivoting? Are you guys
in the first
pivoting
round.
already?
Yeah, we're
The
pivoting.
name of our show is "Argue to the
Yeah.
Max."
It's,
Jared,
pivoting
so
to the
this is
max.
another fight. Jaron Gordon defeats
Yes.
Cochran Diaz.
Still on this card.
That is actually, yeah. Jared Gordon defeats Cochran Diaz. He looked really good. Everybody talked about Cochran Diaz. He was moving
You're
up from
very high on
lightweight
him,
from his
yeah, very
featherweight.
high on him.
Jared Gordon, that was a beast, and I love his nickname, Flash Gordon.
Well, his
Flash.
last name is Cochran Gordon.
Defender of the universe. Dun 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 dun.
I don't watch children's shows on
You
television.
did you? What the fuck? That was your age. Flash Gordon. Oh my god.
I'm not that old, bro.
Queen fucking wrote the goddamn. Oh
That's
whatever.
before my age. I'm not that old, dude. That's like Machida's age.
A lot. Zaleski Dos Santos beats Max Griffin, and what I think it was the fight of the night. It was back and forth. It was an amazing striking battle.
Fun
Dos Santos
fight.
defeats Max Griffin.
Fun fight.
Marcelo Golm defeats Christian Colombo by submission, rear naked choke, first round. But the main event of the Fight Pass preliminary card, Davison Figueiredo defeats Jared Brooks by split decision. Both fighters undefeated. Jared Brooks 13-0, Figueiredo 12-0. Highly disagree with this fucking decision. Highly disagree.
We touched base on it earlier.
We talked about it with Shorty Torres before about how we did not agree with Jared Brooks beating Eric Shelton in his UFC debut. I thought Eric Shelton won that fight clearly 2-1, 29-28.
Brooks humped his way into victory on this fight.
But the difference is Brooks did enough, besides humping his way to his victory, to win this fight. And I highly disagree with the judges giving this fight to Figueiredo.
Look, Brooks, I just don't like his fighting style.
And honestly, I got to say, Shorty Torres agreed that Brooks got robbed.
Look, fair enough. I agree, too. I agree that Brooks didn't lose that fight. I don't agree with it. I don't disagree with that decision. Or, I don't disagree with that assessment. I disagree with the decision. But, you know what? Fuck Jared Brooks. There's a couple of people that I don't like. I
guess we could put it that way.
I respect all fighters, 100% respect them all because they're in the fucking cage. They're doing what they do. But I'm just not a fan of fucking Brooks. I will never, ever root for him to win a fucking fight. I just won't do it. It's not going to happen. Not ever, 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 ever.
Just observe a point here. Our only fan is yawning.
Well, maybe he'd take his ass to sleep.
Nah, let's talk about some exciting stuff here.
Talk about some UFC 217.
Oh, did you say it?
Oh my God, Aaron. Are you talking about... It's just, God, we just talked about this last week. Are you really that excited about UFC 217?
He forgot about it.
The main card, right? Dillishaw versus Dillishaw?
His name's Garbrandt.
Oh, Garbrandt.
Cody Garbrandt.
I already forgot about him.
The UFC
Garbrandt.
The UFC thinks he's the next big thing.
Garbrandt.
Don't tell the UFC that TJ's going to beat the brakes off that fucking tattooed neck son of a bitch. Did I say that out loud?
Well,
no,
so
you definitely
apparently we're
did.
never getting Garbrandt on the show.
But
Dude,
Dillishaw,
I've already shit
potential...
on everybody at Alpha Male on this show how many fucking times already?
All right, so... all right, you want to preview UFC 217? Let's do this. Let's preview this shit.
Let's do
Michael
this.
Bisping, George St. Pierre. George St. Pierre making his return after 4 years, retired.
GSP.
His last fight in the UFC, a lot of people thought he lost that fight to Johnny Hendricks.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I was surprised he got the decision. I could see the way they could give it to him by points.
You didn't see it that way?
No, I saw the GSP one.
I could see that they gave it to GSP based off points, but I disagree, and I thought Johnny Hendricks did win this fight. He retired, and he's been out for about 4 years.
Isn't
and he's
that
going to come back.
one of the fights that helped change the rules in MMA for damage versus just stupid crap?
USADA? Whoa. Are you making accusations against who?
Against Hendricks.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe even GSP. Who knows? We'll see.
GSP has always been a proponent.
But GSP's coming back after 4 years.
4 years.
Making his
4 years.
Return.
Up 10.
To take on Michael Bisping, the middleweight champion.
Up 10.
And try to become one of the very few, I think, the fourth person to win a title at 2 different weight classes. There was Randy Couture, BJ Penn, Conor McGregor, and now GSP would be the next.
That's right.
So, does he do it?
Well, I don't think he does. And there's a lot of reasons why. But I don't know if I want to delve too deep into that right now because I don't think enough of the listeners out here truly understand the significance of the GSP return. Because people who got on board in MMA because of Conor McGregor or Ronda Rousey, that's all post George St. Pierre. George St. Pierre wasn't just a welterweight fighter. George St. Pierre was the literal figurehead / face of MMA.
He was the face of the UFC for the longest time.
For the longest time. He was as popular in Canada as...
came along.
Correct.
Yeah.
He was as popular in Canada as Wayne Gretzky. And he was more popular worldwide than Wayne Gretzky.
That's a good point that you bring up because of the fact that according to Joe Rogan and DC Daniel Cormier, is UFC 217 tickets aren't selling very well from Madison Square Garden.
Fight Metric is it's got the same stats on it that they're not selling.
They're not selling very well. Was it a mistake? Was it a mistake of them having GSP's return in Madison Square Garden as opposed to Toronto?
I agree with you completely because we did discuss this earlier, and I agree with that fact. I think that you said it. The New York market has been oversaturated with MMA
within a year.
Yeah, because they were
badly
so withdrawn, had no MMA for so long. Everyone's trying to make every big fight there, and I understand that. And it is a big fight for us hardcore fans who have been involved in the sport for the past 6, 7, 8 years, where GSP was gone. We're all about it. But there's not that many fans in New York City to fill that arena. GSP's return should have been always in Toronto. They'd have sold 50 million fucking tickets there.
Or just Canada in general.
Tickets in
Canada in
know
general.
that it's not that far to go to New York from Toronto.
Yeah, but the difference is, though, like I was saying earlier tonight, and like Joe just brought up, is that it's oversaturation. Toronto and Canada in general is not being saturated with MMA left and right by the UFC.
Like it was,
but in the last year, for the UFC, since they were allowed to be in New York, since it's legal, it's just back to back to back.
They've had more shows in the New York area in the past 4 years than they've had in Vegas. It's like
that's why they can't sell that much in Vegas anymore.
Exactly,
it's just oversaturation. The UFC is oversaturated.
That's a conversation we'll get to after we discuss this card, but we need to have this conversation on what the UFC does. Because not only are they going through a change because it's a cyclical sport with the ups and downs,
and because Conor's going to retire before he ever fights Tony Ferguson,
sure, because that's a bad fight for him. But
and no one gives a shit about Bisping either,
except for those of us who've been Bisping fans from the fucking get-go, man.
Right, but now you guys are talking about the same thing that why we're talking about GSP. It's you guys are old school fans, but
people don't know that Bisping is the winningest fighter in the UFC. There's nobody in the UFC that has more wins than Michael Bisping.
Jim Miller could have taken that today if he won, but he
would have tied him if he won today. He would have tied him. But that's the thing. Like
GSP wins this fight though.
No,
if GSP wins,
if he wins, and then they go back to Canada, it's going to be a huge fight.
But who's going to fight Whitaker?
He's not going to fight Whitaker.
He is. It's in his contract. He said it on the MMA Hour that if he wins this fight, the winner of this fight is contractually obligated to fight Whitaker.
He can say what he wants to hype the fight and hype the division. He's going to go fight Woodley. He's going to go fight the welterweight champion.
That would be a better fight for him than against...
What?
In Canada?
Yeah, it would be a better fight
Woodley?
for him. It would
Woodley
be a better...
starches GSP.
Yes.
In a heartbeat.
Yes.
It's not a bet. No,
Whitaker
because
pieces him up.
Because he could take Whitaker down.
No, he can't.
No, he can.
Romero didn't take Whitaker down.
I expect GSP fully to take Bisping down. Whether or not he holds him down is a different question.
But he's not going to take Whitaker down. Dude, Romero couldn't take Whitaker down.
Yeah, that's not... Yeah, but GSP had the best MMA wrestling in history.
The inside clinch to the double leg.
The best MMA
all
wrestling.
Day long. Is he going to get inside on Whitaker?
Yeah, he could get inside on anybody.
But Romero is the best wrestler in the middleweight division. He couldn't take him down.
The question is, can he hold him down? And I don't think he's going to... I think he takes Bisping down, but I don't think he holds him down.
Okay, you're right. I don't want to play too long because now we're getting into semantics. I think he takes him down, and I think there's a bunch of scrambles and Bisping gets up, and it's a little bit of up and down in each round. One takedown a round, maybe two in a couple rounds, but Bisping for the most part is going to be the most aggressive boxer. He's going to use his good jab and his footwork, his Perillo boxing, which is some of the best MMA boxing out there.
Jason Perillo's a beast.
Fucking one of the best MMA boxing coaches out there in Jason Perillo. So Bisping's going to keep him on the outside for the most part, use his footwork, circle to Bisping's left, which is where he's comfortable, and doesn't have to worry about a powerful right hand like he got beat up by Henderson and dropped, right?
That's what I agree.
So he can use what he feels comfortable and good with, and he's going to win the fight that way. But like for me, GSP's return is a big fucking deal.
Yeah,
it's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, for sure.
Like for me, like we talk about some of the emotional aspects of this sport because it is an emotional sport. My older brother's favorite fighter is George St. Pierre. So even though I'm a huge Carlos Condit fan, I've been a Condit fan forever. When he fought GSP, I was, as after my brother passed away, I was having a tough time. Like, who do I go for? What do I do in this fight? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've always been a Bisping fan. My older brother was always a GSP fan. I wish I had him here to debate that fight with him.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be awesome because I honestly think that Bisping is the better, more well-rounded fighter. But Bisping has been fighting for the past 4 years where GSP is not. So what does he learn of these past? You know, there's a big question. Where is he going to be at these past 4 years? Because he hasn't just sat doing just gymnastics. He's been training with Firas. He's been working out with top contender guys like Rory McDonald.
You think he's just getting a check, or you think he's serious?
I think he's just getting a check.
He's not just getting a check.
I think he's just getting a check.
He doesn't need the money.
Because Gatorade ain't selling that much anymore.
He doesn't need the money. He just really doesn't need the money.
Hey.
Dude, like, places pay for him to travel there and train. He doesn't need the money. He gets paid to go train. People pay him and they pay for his room and fucking airfare to go train over here. He doesn't need money.
Oh my God, man.
He's doing this for legacy.
Yeah, I hope he wins.
I honestly,
wins.
I appreciate your upper body muscles there to be able to swing from his nuts so bad.
No, I was just trying to pass
He's
time.
just arguing here because he wants Bisping, right?
No, I want Bisping, and I got Bisping because I want to see Bisping versus Robert Whittaker because I want to see that boxing matchup.
That'll be the best boxing fight in MMA.
That is going to be a great boxing matchup.
That'll be the best
I can't wait to see
boxing
that.
fight in MMA history.
But hey,
but I was
really?
I was
Yeah,
delaying. I was
Even-
delaying it because Aaron had to take a piss because I want to talk about the real fucking people's main event.
We'll talk about the people's main event real quick, but we will. We'll talk about it in a second. We're going to take a 30-second commercial break,
All right.
and then we'll get back to it, and we'll talk about the people's main event. Ladies and gentlemen, Cody Garbrandt defending his bantamweight championship against number one contender, TJ Dillishaw. We'll be right back.
It's game time, boys, and we know football. Football the Max is the podcast for you if you want in-depth analysis over the NFL and college football. We preview all the action coming your way over the weekend. And we break down all the big action after it's happened. Plus, we tackle all the big news topics and discuss everything when it comes to the gridiron. So come check out Football to the Max every Tuesday morning and Friday morning on the W2M network.
Oh, we are back.
We will admit to I had to take a piss on my fat dick. That's what I did.
Wow.
Somebody's
I thought it was just a Cheetos chip break, but
No, I went piss up my fat dick. It's like a tuna can. Not very long, but very thick.
TJ Dillishaw.
Hold on.
I was gonna say on that point, let's just get into the fights because
So, there's 3 people on the mic right now, and I think everybody knows how 2 of us stand on TJ Dillishaw. How's the third person
Well,
on TJ Dillishaw?
I mean, I've yet to rub my Dillishaw balls cheek thing. That's what you guys are all about. But
you think Garbrandt's going to beat him?
you know, here's the problem with it all. That takedown, Dillshaw's going to win. Outside of that, Garbrandt all day long.
What the fuck is that?
I'm telling you, TJ can't strike with him, but he can't take him down and beat him. So it's
I've honestly got him. I honestly have to agree with him on that one.
He can't strike with him.
I don't think he can strike for a prolonged amount of time. Yeah, absolutely.
He can use enough striking to get his entries.
TJ has to use his striking to set up the takedowns.
Yeah.
A prolonged striking battle absolutely favors Cody Garbrandt. And if TJ is for a second getting cocky and confident enough to where he thinks he can outstrike Cody Garbrandt in a boxing match, dude, rethink your strategy. Do not even try to attempt
they call
to
that
do
if
it.
he tries to Ronda Rousey him. Is that?
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Not as bad, but yeah, I mean, it honestly would be almost in that sense where striking wise, I see no path for TJ to win this fight striking wise.
Well, let's not forget that TJ, though the shorter man, has the reach advantage. He has a 2-inch reach advantage. So it's a little bit different. He might be shorter, but he has a reach advantage. That's gonna look. He's not gonna stand in the pocket and trade with him. TJ's gonna move around.
Is it? Like 2 inches?
He's 2 inches shorter, and he's
that basically cancels
reach.
it out. It basically evens it out. And the problem, but the thing is though, like reach aside, height advantage aside, is that Garbrandt is the better boxer by far.
He's the best boxer in the bantamweight division, as we discussed.
Oh, you're gonna bring that up now. Yeah, there you go.
The best boxer in the bantamweight division, but he's not necessarily the best overall striker.
He's not the best overall boxer in the UFC.
Cruz's reach?
But
he's not the best. Darren Till is not the best boxer.
But TJ TJ needs to mix up his takedowns. He needs to try to get these fights to the ground as much as possible. Does he try to prolong a grappling match with Cody? Maybe not, but just try to mix up enough to put Cody on his back, try to keep him on his back as long as possible. Not try to grapple him, try to submit him, but try to keep him on his back as long as possible to try to get that blood to flow.
Well, it's the same thing that
GSP did the BJ Penn. Exactly. It's the smartest decision he could ever make, the smartest game plan.
And GSP did that against the cage and with grappling and overhooks and underhooks.
Taking him down, holding him there, waiting for the blood to flow.
I think TJ Dillashaw can submit Garbrandt.
It possibly could.
I believe.
Can he outbox him? No.
I believe he will submit Cody Garbrandt. I see it coming the way via arm triangle or Kimura. I see it as being a side control position. One way or the other, Dillashaw is going to get a side control position, so it's going to be Kimura, Americana, or it's going to be an arm
very possible.
Triangle. That's how I see it winning.
I personally think it might be a TKO in the third. Just because his constant takedowns might wear out Cody Garbrandt.
And he gets some ground and pound. Yeah. Because we got to look back at Cruz. Cruz has a 1-inch reach advantage on Dillashaw, therefore a 3-inch.
But Cruz fought way too emotionally in that fight with Garbrandt.
Cruz is a counter striker.
I've never seen Cruz fight that offensively ever.
No. And that's part of it. But see, a thing is a cut over Dillashaw's eye is not going to change his game.
But you know, Dillashaw's going to come out the same as Cruz.
He's
aggressive.
Not. But he's
aggressive. Yes, aggressive. Yes.
But that's how Dillashaw fights. Look at how he fought. Look at how he fought against the old bantamweight champ Barao. He fought against Barao the same way. He fights. He doesn't fight aggressive. He counters and he moves. He comes in and he comes out. He counters and he moves. He fought against Barao as a very aggressive counter striker against Barao.
Let's not forget about the emotions.
But I don't think they're there. When you listen to Garbrandt's interviews versus Dillashaw's interviews, Dillashaw is a true, as he put it, he's an athlete. He's methodical. He thinks about it. He's not just going in there, whoa, I'm going to fucking blow you up. Dude. He's more methodical about it. He's not just going to blow his wad, so to speak, in the first couple of rounds.
And Dillashaw is training in Southern California now, so we'll see how that works.
He's been training with...
He's
developed a camp.
He's not with Dwayne Ludwig. I mean, he is with Ludwig, but he's not in Colorado.
No, but Dwayne's there.
Dwayne coming out for him.
Dwayne's there 3 days a week.
His striking should still hold up. We'll see how it goes.
I want to see what his grappling. His grappling is going to be the biggest difference, bro. Because his striking has obviously changed since he was an alpha male, and his striking is probably better than every other alpha male strikers, just because of who he is, the way he fights. And so they all had grappling backgrounds. A lot of everybody, other than Garbrandt has a high school wrestling background, but he's a Golden Gloves boxer. He's an amateur boxer. That's where he holds most of his amateur fighting is in boxing. TJ Dillashaw, his striking is what it is. It's changed from what Garbrandt has seen before, but the thing I think is the big difference is TJ's wrestling is not what Garbrandt remembers it. Garbrandt thinks he's sparring TJ again. TJ knows he's fighting Garbrandt. I'm telling you, it's going to solidify TJ as one of the greatest MMA fighters of all time.
Whoa. And like one of my previous predictions on this show, after this fight is over, TJ Dillashaw, Cody Garbrandt, regardless of who wins that fight, Mighty Mouse will walk in the cage.
Mighty Mouse comes out.
Mighty Mouse will walk in the cage. And Mighty Mouse versus TJ or Garbrandt, it don't matter in my mind. And I love TJ Dillashaw.
The UFC wants Garbrandt. The UFC
wants whoever they can that thinks they could beat Mighty Mouse. But in my mind, as much as I love TJ, and I think Cody Garbrandt, even though I don't like him personally because of the Ultimate Fighter, he's a douchebag.
Yeah, I agree.
Hanging with the boys. He's still an elite fighter.
Well, for sure.
I think Mighty Mouse pieces both of them up.
I agree.
I think Mighty Mouse handles both of them. I hope it happens, and I hope that fight happens so Mighty Mouse can shut everybody up.
Yeah,
I've been saying it for weeks. I've been saying it for weeks on this show forever that the winner of Cody Garbrandt and TJ Dillashaw, Mighty Mouse is going to walk in the cage, challenge the winner. That's going to be the main event of the Super Bowl weekend.
Sure.
Keep it banked on. Keep it banked on.
Look, regardless of everything else, TJ Dillashaw is my favorite fighter. He has always been, since the Ultimate Fighter. Even when he lost to Dodson, all that shit. I love TJ on the show. I've always been a big TJ
His
fan.
title fight win against Renan Barão was inspirational.
Dude, I remember. I can tell you that I remember where I was during that fight. My wife was pregnant with our first boy with Asen. We were upstairs and we were watching it legally on our computer. And I remember being upstairs and Zane being pregnant, and she's sitting there on the futon, you know, because it was our guest bedroom in our old place / office, and we're watching it. And I remember just going back and forth and just like so antsy. I couldn't sit down, and I'm worried about my movements. I don't want to hit her and hit her tummy. And I just was so excited to see this American go in there and just to starch what everybody thought was the unbeatable.
I was watching that
he
fight.
Did it with confidence and ease.
I was watching that fight in the Buffalo Wild Wings, and in the very first round when TJ threw that overhand and dropped Barão,
overhand left, right?
The entire bar exploded, and I actually missed the finish because I had to take a piss really bad. I was holding it.
Once again,
and all of a sudden,
ruins everything good for you.
When I come out of the bathroom, all of a sudden I hear, "Yeah!" I'm like, "What happened?"
Wow.
And I see the replays. And I'm like,
bro.
"Oh shit!" Well, I picked Barão, but
TJ doesn't let up.
Congratulations! Yeah,
TJ
it was a great fight,
up, man. He is.
So the other fight, though, real quick, because we're going a little long in this episode.
Past an hour?
Yeah.
I haven't even got started yet, dude. I'm just getting warmed up.
Yeah, well,
I didn't even mention how he went down to Venice and bought TJ's pseudo balls for that fight while he was with his wife and dangling them, shaking them, rubbing her belly. TJ.
Why Venice?
I mean, that's obviously the only place you can get TJ balls in Southern California.
Fair enough, bro. Fair enough.
You told me that story,
The
didn't
other
you?
title fight on UFC 217 is the dominant, undefeated, defending women's strawweight champion, Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Oh, now we're getting into it.
You said her name pretty well.
I know her name very well. Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
That's pretty fucking good.
The champ. Joanna
The
champion.
sexiest champ on the planet.
She's got a cute vibe about her, right? Am I the only one that thinks that she has like some sort
There's
of?
got to be
cute
some
sex?
lucky guy out there.
It's
that
something
can
about
fit
her.
her.
It's something
Tony
about her.
Hinchcliffe agrees.
Like she's not like conventionally hot, but there's something cute about her, right?
Well, you like a girl you know that can beat the fuck out of you, and she's actually
Yeah,
smaller
well,
than you.
that's a lot of girls though. So
Well, that's the thing.
What are we talking about? Back to the throat punch.
Hold on. All the bantamweight women can beat the shit out of you, but they're bigger than you. Joanna's actually smaller than you, and she can beat the shit out of you.
what are you
That's
talking about,
why.
man? I'm like 150 something.
Really?
Fucking- yeah.
Really?
Nothing but compliments, though. To
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Joanna's amazing.
She's defending her
Can she
women's
do it
strawweight
again?
championship
She's doing it
against,
again.
Thug Rose Yamanunez.
Love Thug Rose.
Yeah,
Best
but
nickname in...
It's a good nickname. It rolls off the tongue,
UFC.
Thug Rose.
She's
It does.
She's getting hurt.
She has absolutely no chance
She's
in this
getting
fight.
Thug.
It's not.
Thug
it's
Rose
not,
has
Oh,
no
yeah,
chance.
she's...
It's
no
not
way.
making it. It's not going to a decision. Thug's getting stopped.
Thug's getting stopped,
in the
yeah.
third round via TKO.
I'm gonna say fourth.
Who did Jacek take it from with those...
Carla Esparza. She
Yeah,
took the title from
yeah.
Cookie Monster.
No, she didn't.
It's
take
not going
it
to be
from
that
her.
bad, but
She
it's
raped it from her,
something.
bro.
It's
Is that
gonna
what
look
she
like
did to
no.
Jessica
It's gonna look like her.
Penne?
I was gonna say it's gonna look like her first title offense against Jessica Penne. So, there's not much to cover about this fight. I mean, I like Rose. I thought she lost her fight against Tisha Torres.
Yeah,
The rematch.
but I love
I
Rose.
picked her to win that fight because I thought maybe she had the improvements, but I will admit that she lost that fight. Sure, she looked good against Karate Hottie Michelle Watterson.
Who doesn't?
Michelle Watterson's an atomweight though. She's a 105-pound fighter moving up at 115. Congratulations, Rose. You look great against her.
Karate Hottie.
Yeah, Karate Hottie. Congratulations, Rose. You look great against her. This is fucking Joanna Jędrzejczyk though.
Damn, I love
This
the way you
is the-
say her
this
last
is-
name, man. You actually do it some
Jędrzejczyk.
justice. dude.
I do some research. I love this woman. I do some research.
You got to fight Tony Hinchcliffe. You think you
Yeah.
can do it?
No, fuck him up.
No, you got to fight him in a roast battle.
Yeah, and the roast. Oh, fuck him up.
Yeah,
You
best of luck.
don't even want to start with me.
Best of luck.
Yeah, don't even start. I think I think Joanna absolutely pieces her up. Fight's not even close. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
Joe, who do you got on that fight?
Jorge Masvidal.
Thompson Masvidal?
Jacek.
Oh, yeah, I'm Jacek Rose?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Jacek.
Yeah, they
Finishes
all
in
got
the
you.
third round.
You all
Yeah,
got you.
okay, sorry. Just
Yeah.
clarifying. Carry on. So, Masvidal,
Wonderboy Thompson, Masvidal. I think Wonderboy Thompson pieces him up on the feet.
you hope he pulls
I,
another...
I'm going to be a contrarian.
What?
I think his spirit's broken, man. He was a showboating son of a bitch.
I'm putting my money on Masvidal's boxing.
Wow.
You lose
Look,
that big.
I don't want to.
You lose that big twice?
I don't want to, but I'm doing it.
That's really
No,
hard to get away from that.
Aaron makes a good point. You lose in the title fight 2 times in a row.
But
look at him all. Look at it like watch Hendricks. Look what happened to
He's
Hendricks.
saying Wonder Boy.
in Wonder Boy's mind, he didn't lose those fights. He lost a bullshit
Do you
decision.
think, do you think Hendricks lost this fight against GSP?
Why are you trying
Watch
to sell?
his, look at
Why are
his
you
whole
trying to
career.
sell me on a fight that I'm on a fighter that I'm picking to win?
No, what I'm saying is
For the pick'em event that we do, you should be trying to sell me on the fact.
But because
why
I'm telling
lose.
you that Wonder Boy doesn't. He's not like, I lost 2 fights.
He's not going to lose his confidence. Wonder Boy is still the top welterweight contender in my mind. He pieces up Jorge Masvidal.
Be a decision?
I think he finishes Masvidal in the second.
Huh?
Yep.
You sure about
Yep.
that?
Absolutely. Second round TKO.
Second round TKO. How many times has Masvidal been TKO'd, by the way?
It's been
By a
more
Wonder
than
Boy?
few.
Or?
It's been by a Wonder Boy. That was about to be won by Wonder Boy.
He hasn't been fucking... When was the last time that he was actually knocked out or TKO'd or fucking finished by something other than a submission?
Yeah, it's only been once, but he's never fought anybody like fucking Wonder Boy. That's the thing, man.
Yeah.
He hasn't fought anybody like Wonder Boy. He hasn't lost by TKO since what? His 17th fight?
Yeah.
16th, 17th
How long ago
fight?
was that? How long ago was that?
Against Rodrigo Dam
Yeah.
and
Rodrigo Dam
World
used to-
Victory Road.
Yeah,
So,
Rodrigo Dam
but-
used to be somebody.
Yeah, he did.
He used to be fucking somebody. But yeah, exactly.
I still
He's not getting knocked out, man.
I still think Wonder Boy is the second person to knock him out.
He's not knocking him
TKO.
out. He's not knocking him out.
Well, what do you think? Okay. Well, how much do you want to bet on that one?
2 minutes.
Aiden's life.
Jeez.
This poor kid.
He's our photographer.
No,
tonight.
he's great. No, the entire card is great, man. We got Michael Bisping, George St. Pierre middleweight championship, bantamweight championship, Cody Garbrandt, TJ Dillishaw, women's strawweight championship, Joanna Jacek versus Rose Namajunas, welterweight contender fight, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson and Jorge Masvidal, middleweight fight, not a contender fight at all.
Not even fucking
Johnny
close.
Big, yeah, not even close. Johnny Big Rig Hendricks and Paulo
Oh,
Borshina.
to bring up the broken spirit. Nice.
I was trying to skip. I'm so tired of talking about Johnny Hendricks. I'm trying to skip
Tell
that.
me about
But
it.
our boy James Vick is fucking fighting, dude. We're very high on James Vick.
Prelim main event is James Vick and Joseph Duffy.
We're very high
Can
on
we just
high on
give a
Vick,
little-
But I'm also very high on Joseph Duffy, and I think Joseph Duffy takes this fight.
via submission.
We can't give a little up and coming.
Because he's not
advice.
knocking Vick out. You think he's knocking Vick out?
He could.
No, he's not doing. He's taking him down.
But Neil Dariush fucking planted Vick on his ass.
Yeah,
like knocked the
Dariush is a
knocked
far
clean
more
out.
elite striker.
No, he's not.
than
Joseph Duffy is a fucking boxer by trade, homie.
Yeah,
he's
but
a boxer by trade.
Vicks isn't going to play in the pocket. Vicks is going to use his striking.
I think Joseph Duffy can put him out on his feet.
I think Duffy's going to beat him via submission. I don't think he's going to knock him out.
I think he knocks him out.
No, you're fucking wrong and you're stupid. And
And then we got the
I would just like to take this moment to give a little advice to all you up and coming UFC fighters.
He's up and yummy, huh?
Don't go buy a big truck after you win a big fight. And,
Don't open a steakhouse.
but none of you-
Don't open a steakhouse.
Are we starting the Hendricks fight? Dude, we're like 6 cards after that.
But none of you have to worry about that because none of you are up and yummy.
Up and yamming fighters out there. You just go ahead and don't buy a truck.
It's like the fucking the shitty walk owner in South Park. Like, oh, you like my shitty chicken? you up and yummy.
Walt Harris was a
Just
God
saying.
bear. Finally, going to come to fruition.
Yeah, Walt Harris and Mark Godbeer is finally going to happen. Harris, unfortunately, had that unfortunate cancellation
Submission
with
loss.
the Fabricio Verdum fight.
Yeah.
And he stepped in on short notice. More power to him. Got dominated completely with that submission. He's
Choked the fat chicken on that one.
I think he beats Mark Godbeer.
Oh, I agree.
Absolutely. I had him picked
when
before.
they were going to fight last time. They didn't fight.
Ion Kudaliba takes on Macau Adlala.
Kudaliba.
I usually know how to name. I usually know how to know people's names, last names, but I don't know this guy's last
His
name.
name is Michael.
Yeah, Michael something. But the fight I'm looking forward to the most on the prelims, honestly,
Mickey Gall versus Randy Brown.
I was gonna say, aside from, I know everybody's thinking about OSP and Corey Anderson, whatever. Everybody's thinking about Ayman Zahabi, Firas Zahabi's brother.
No, we're all talking about Mickey Gall, Randy Brown.
Some people might be thinking about Alyssa Olnick and Cecil and then Curtis Blades, Razor Blades. That's a great fight, by the way.
Razor Blades gets submitted.
No, I think Razor Blades wins.
In the UFC.
But yeah, our boy Mickey Gall against Dana White looking for a fight contender Randy Brown.
Randy Brown's a great fighter.
He's a great fighter, but Mickey Gall is a beast, and I got Mickey Gall winning every fight he ever fights.
Mickey Gall is a future star at 155 or 170 if he chooses to go up.
Mickey Gall's going to go undefeated.
Mickey Gall is going to be
not his entire career, but he's going to be undefeated for at least the first 10 fights of his career.
And they're grooming. This is the only fighter they're grooming properly. They're putting him against proper contenders.
Mickey Gall right now is what, 4-0?
Yeah.
He was 2-0. He came into
UFC and he beat CM Punk and then he beat Sage Northcutt.
Was he 1-0 when he fought CM Punk?
That was 2-0 when he fought. I believe it was 2-0.
He was 1-0 when he came in. He fought Michael Jackson, the guy that joined in with him. That was 1-0 as well.
4-0. Oh yeah.
So he's 2-0, and then he fought CM Punk 3-0, and then he beat Sage Northcutt. It's 4-0. He's about to go 5-0.
Yeah, he's about to go 5-0.
And honestly, I'm going to predict right now, Mickey Gall.
First round submission.
Mickey Gall is going to go at least 10-0, undefeated. Regardless who they put him in.
If the
he's a beast. If they group him right.
Which they seem to be doing because Randy Brown is the perfect guy. A 9-2 guy versus a 4-0 Mickey Gall is the proper fight. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And unfortunately, they're sacrificing one contender that could be a star for the sake of another. But Mickey Gall knows his worth. He knows what he's about.
Mickey Gall is the next big thing.
He is. He's the next big thing. Everybody gives shit about CM Punk because you got your ass beat by Mickey Gall.
Dude, no offense, CM Punk.
No offense, CM Punk. Hey, CM Punk ain't gonna be a world beater. More respect to the man for stepping in and doing the thing he loves and getting his ass beat. And getting his ass beat. More respect. When he comes back, he's training for another fight. Hey, much respect, dude, because it ain't gonna happen. He stepped in the cage.
Hats off.
But Mickey Gall was just a bad matchup for anybody.
Hats off to you guys for stepping in the cage when we don't. Hats off. I hadn't said enough tonight about being hats off.
Yeah, you sure? You're not even wearing a hat. I am.
I don't wear hats because
not
I'm
anymore.
Guess what? Just took my hats off, bitch.
It's a figurative hat.
No, that was a little hat. Literal hat. Oh my god, this has been drunken to the max. This is horrible. We can't do this anymore when we're drinking.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the whole vibe of the show.
No, we can do it when we're talking, but when we're in front of each other, we just keep drinking.
I keep drinking even when we're on the mic. And you're in Victorville.
It doesn't sound that bad.
I was drinking in Hawaii, for the record, too.
We always drink. It says drinking MMA to the max.
Here's the thing.
MMA to the drinking max.
What do we got here? Big finish.
No, we've got a redo.
Do we have a big finish?
Redo.
No, we're going to do the whole show again. I'm gonna delete this whole thing. We're going to start over.
Start over
or big finish.
Do it again.
We got to ask our fans out there.
It's like Wayne's World. Like, car! Fucking, we're going to start all over again.
Redo or big finish?
Why do you have a sticker on your head?
Rumple's still I don't know. I just never took it off.
What did the fans say? Big finish or redo?
No, we're not redoing this. Are you fucking crazy?
What did the fans say?
This is a fucking recording, dude. They can't tell.
Fans. What do they say?
Fuck him. He's fucking 9.
13.
Oh yeah, he's 13.
It's cold outside.
Yeah, it's good. I'm ready to go.
This is live from Riverside Joe's backyard.
This is live from the backyard. Feels good at night. We are drinking. Finish!
Arin Smith, do you have any social media you'd like to plug?
I'd like to plug you, sons of bitches. You put on a really good thing here, and thank you for letting me be a part of it, and I really appreciate it. I know I give a lot of shit to both of you, and
oh my god,
I get some
the
as well,
patronizing is so fucking apparent. Can you just plug your shit?
It's been a pleasure.
Stop being patronizing.
No,
and
meet his mom.
See what I deal with? Still gonna say these guys are good. Keep listening. I promise it'll get better. And
That's what he told his wife.
A. Smith
That's
Designs.
a promise I can't guarantee.
Medicine Brothers and
You want to plug an actual link? Or Facebook?
Facebook.
Facebook.com/what?
Facebook.
A. Smith Designs.
Okay,
You're gonna
A.
love
Smith
it.
Designs.
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
your house up.
Yeah, he
Super
is.
sexy.
Yeah. So sexy. Okay.
It's fun, you gotta
All the future
understand.
bosses have lifted. What?
I go back and I listen to like Joe
Did you
Rogan
say
episode
future bosses
1.
a lift?
All my future
People are
bosses
gonna
have
find this
lifted.
episode, bro. It's gonna be out there.
Oh my god, are you done?
Yep.
We gotta end this episode, dude.
You know, I think
Your
it's,
shout-outs are taking so
it's
long.
my turn to plug my social media.
Joe, please
Just for
plug
everyone.
your social media because he's taking too long.
All right, you
And I
guys.
would like to.
I'm gonna choke you out in like 10 seconds, bro.
Okay, go.
Yeah, you can find me at
I know it, and then there's this Twitter page.
Twitter.
You can find me on Twitter.
I'm gonna fucking punch you. Find me on Twitter at JoeHud45 on Twitter, or at MMA to the Max Joe. Always the 2 is the number 2 on Instagram. That's MMA to the Max Joe on Instagram. Robert, have you any social media you'd like to plug? No, Joe. I'm doing just fine over here in my little dandy ways. I'm going to skip and trollop across America with my laughter. That's the best Robert impression ever.
The St. Patty's
my
Day or
God.
Halloween.
Alright, let me see if I can do this professionally.
Happy
Hold on.
Halloween.
Hold on, let me be like Will Ferrell from Old School and drink a glass of water.
That's how you debate.
That's how you debate, that's
That's how
right.
you debate.
Holy shit. This is the least professional show.
If you want
on
to
the
find
internet.
me on Twitter, it's at It's Rock Robster, no apostrophe. Find me on Instagram at MMA to the Max Rob. Find us on our Twitter account at facebook.com/MMA to the Max Podcast. And as always, find our show on Twitter itself at MMA to the Max Show. Follow us, let us know how we're doing, listen to the shows. Be as unkind as possible.
Please.
At least.
Hurt
Yeah.
our feelings.
Yeah, let us know
I
because
haven't any.
I gotta be honest with you. We're almost at 500 followers on our Facebook page, and they suck ass because they kiss ass so much. Follow us. Let us know. Talk shit, please. Let us know if we suck.
I love you guys. You guys are amazing.
We are drunk. At least I am, for sure.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been MMA the Max, episode number 16. I have been your host, Robert Taylor, from my co-host, Riverside Joe, and our guest host, Arin Smith, all the way from Hawaii.
Abra!
Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you next week where we dissect what happened at UFC 217.
TJ!
Yeah! Have a good week. Enjoy yourselves. Take care.
The following podcast is a W2M Network original production. Visit W2Mnet.com for all of our other great podcasts, plus news, reviews, articles, and opinions from the worlds of wrestling, video games, football, and entertainment.